Wait.
That is just fantastic.
It somewhat blinds me, so I have to close my eyes when I do that.
You don't get to wear that unless you're going to wear it for the whole stream. Just saying.
Oh, anyway, Anna, by the way.
We'll never be able to see our dice rolls.
I know, we can tell him whatever we want. It'll be great.
Oh, I got another 20. It wouldn't
It's
be
crazy.
less probable than the quantity I've already rolled.
Anna, you'll be pleased to know that's not that pointy. It's not that pointy.
It's not that. Well, not right now.
It has a point. Okay, no, I see your point. Okay.
It gets too pointy. I need to smush it.
At least it doesn't have
Real good.
cuts in the hood, you know, where you can...
Yes. Yeah, no, I don't want to.
Yeah.
No.
For everyone in chat who's like, oh my god, Avac's brewing coffee. Dog Avac incoming. Melfas is this angry with that guy. This much coffee. It's quite a lot of coffee. Quite strong coffee too.
I just have Berlin. Insignia.
Oh, so good. I don't drink coffee enough and it tastes so delicious. The things I'm going to have Melfas do to this fellow is so delicious also.
I need to get like a mask. Spider-Gwen mask too.
Okay, we're ready to go back?
Yes.
Fun.
In the sun. Da 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 da
Indeed.
da 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 dum dum dum. Come on, don't leave me there.
Hello,
Oh, you swine!
and welcome back to Role4It. There we go. I've had the overlay on.
I just noticed Ryan's glasses. Wonderful.
Yeah,
Absolutely wonderful.
He's inconspicuous.
that is how Rhaegar hides, guys.
Wah,
It
wah.
would only be better if it was like, full on Sir Elton John glasses. And gigantic
I do have
platforms.
some actually.
Oh dear. Okay, right. So let me flick you over to the map.
I was thinking Elvis with the rhinestones.
Okay.
Yeah. Just gonna go straight past that one. Right, so we are back. Just to remind you all, we are raising money for Doctors Without Borders. Very good charity cause, Médecins Sans Frontières. Raising money for people who just don't have access to basic medical stuff, curing terrible diseases, helping eradicate them in parts of Africa where there's sort of hold up, and helping people in like areas where there is disasters and conflicts and stuff. So really good. tiny.cc /Role4It Doctors. If we get to 100%, we're currently at the third of our daily goal. If we get 100%, then bonus loot. And if we get to 300%, there is double XP session, which, considering they're about to possibly fight someone, may be useful. Let's dive right in. Let me grab.
We're very
Tokens,
sneaky.
guys.
Wow. Some of us are.
Yeah, well, the hoods. We're very sneaky.
Yes.
Did I roll stealth? I didn't have to roll stealth, did I?
You did. You rolled 18. Plus whatever
did?
else you add. Oh, no. It was 15 plus 3. So it was 18, yeah.
I didn't even try, man. It's just automatically, it's just how I am, like in my day-to-day.
Uh-huh.
That's
You rolled negative 400, though, when you invited the super obvious dwarf.
What can I say?
So harsh.
What's the difference? What's the
Right,
difference on that?
so-
Is it like-
I did hold person.
Yes, so what do I have to do to resist that?
Wisdom saving throw,
Wisdom saving throw.
which is probably not helpful.
I got 11.
Oh, I need to. So, we haven't done this before,
Okay.
but I am pretty sure that's not high enough.
Yeah, so it'll be against your spellcasting DC, which I think you check your sheet should say at the top of...
It's at least 13.
Yeah.
But that was last level, so it's higher than that.
Yeah.
Where's the Hellhound? Because I
I'm
don't
just trying
see
to
it on
find
the map.
the I use now, because unfortunately I deleted them. I normally keep them at the bottom of the screen off camera so that I can pick them up and then add people. But unfortunately I can't find the Hellhound.
I keep telling our GM that we need to start using Tabletop Simulator for this. But he
I
just
did try
keeps
Tabletop Simulator.
Lying.
Just a little bit slow, I feel, to do some things.
Too slow. Too slow.
Yeah.
Too slow. You do realize what party we're running with, don't you?
It's true. Right. So, there we go. There is our robed figure. Probably about there, considering Melthas was on point. And the Hellhound lagging behind a little bit. And Melthas, you were making an attack.
Okay, just a second. Aren't the wagons ahead of these people? And they will come from behind?
Screen. That's where I hide stuff for
Oh,
later.
right, okay.
Just in case like you need a wagon to come along or civilian.
No, that's great. That's great. Now I actually...
It's also the total tally of civilians who are left alive, which is why I don't want to delete them.
Okay, no, that's fine. Okay, so Spider-Gwen over there, hold persons, catches both the Hellhound and the fellow, or just the fellow? Does it only hit one of them, or...?
Well, it's a person.
It's a person, so it catches just the person.
Contrary to what pet owners will tell you, hounds are not people.
Very well. Very well. So, this person has now been held. Does that mean that Bree has come out of hiding? I'm trying to get a handle of this entire situation.
Well, you would be vaguely aware of roughly where Bree went, especially considering you're into hiding and stuff.
That also would make me visible.
Yeah, because the invisibility is what I was talking about.
Belfast, your action, you didn't like confer Bree about when you're doing your action.
Oh, yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
going to consider going at the same time.
I was literally just wondering for my own meta knowledge of what was going on.
Well, she will be visible to you when she casts. So as soon as she casts, you will know exactly where she is. Currently, you know she's vaguely there, but you have to still concentrate on this guy.
I'm wearing my rogue shirt too, so I'm extra sneaky.
Ooh. Okay.
That's why you roll so well.
Malphas is aiming for... See, there's the player part of me that's like, don't want to kill him, want to question him. And then there's the Malphas part of me. I'm aiming straight for his mouth. I'm aiming for where I think his mouth is going to be.
You also know that I have spells like sleep.
Yes.
I've used that
Malphas is aiming for where he thinks the man's mouth is going to be.
Okay, so you're not going to shoot, you're going to hold. But you did say you're attacking.
No, that's it. He's literally trying to shoot him in the mouth.
Okay, sure. Make an attack roll then.
Do I have anything on this? Because I'm doing it from stealth in this. Is it an advantage roll? Or?
He's unaware of you, so yeah, it would be advantage roll. He's completely unaware.
Okay, I just need to double check that because it will affect whether I roll the sneak attack or not. So, short bow. Boom. 17. So 12 plus a 5.
You shoot, but unfortunately your arrow just about glances off his armor around the neck piece, going through his robe and pinging off something under there. I'm afraid your anger got the better of your hands and you just about missed.
Alas.
Wow.
Majory.
So, his AC is almost as good as mine.
Yeah, he's got very high AC.
Yeah.
Person. Let me just look up hold person then. Spellbook.
At the end of each of its turns, the target can make another wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so every turn I get to make a wisdom saving throw.
The end of its turn.
Unfortunately, yeah. At the end of his turn.
Okay.
So he's still going to be frozen. So we've got surprise round, then he gets a turn, but he doesn't get to do anything at the end of his turn.
So Rhaegar, Tulips, are you attacking in this current surprise round, or are you waiting to do some sort of interrogation? It's up to you. Do you want to go?
I was hoping to interrogate.
Also a very visible hellhound to hit. And a very non-paralyzed, very visible hellhound to hit.
Bree, where's your direwolf? I say yours because
the direwolf was a little while ago, so it's gone by now. It's wandered off.
Okay.
Along with the giant rat.
So is your rat. Sorry.
My rat's gone.
Rats. You're welcome.
Okay. Tulips, are you doing anything? Rhaegar, are you doing anything? Surprise round. So.
Yeah. No. I will. I know I should probably go ahead and put him at a disadvantage if I can, just in the off chance that he does get persnickety. I like that word. So vicious mockery, I suppose. I don't know what does he do? Okay, I'm just gonna pop up from the bushes and say, "You seem to have something on your face." Oh, sorry. No, that's just your face.
Okay.
To whom?
And that's 3 damage. He has disadvantage if he doesn't make his wisdom saving throw.
12 wisdom saving throw. That's a fail?
That's a fail.
Okay, so this guy he would reel back, except he's kind of held there, kind of tiptoeing off the ground, arms like out. So his head sort of jerks back, and he just looks kind of confused, eyes sort of searching in your direction as you become visible. He takes 3 points of damage. Rhaegar, are you doing anything to surprise around? There is a guy currently held, and there is a hellhound.
I can't really do anything without.
You have some javelins, do you?
I have some what?
Javelins.
Javelins?
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Sure. I can toss a javelin at the hellhound, I think.
Sure. How far is it away?
55.
5 feet. Let me just check that the scale on this board is set up correctly for this battle. Because it was set up for previous one. 5 feet squares? Ooh, no. It's more like 3 foot squares. Try measuring it now.
Okay.
33. Okay, so what's the range on your javelins?
30 to 120.
Okay, so if you move 3 foot forwards, you won't be disadvantaged when throwing a javelin.
Okay. Wait, that way?
Just move around the side of that boulder, and you can chuck a javelin.
All right, so I'll do that then.
Yeah.
I'll go right.
So yeah, you throw that javelin, and you won't be disadvantaged, so it'll be a straight attack roll.
Yep.
At the hellhound.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's. That's why I did that. Okay. Let's see here. So, which one do I use here?
So it'll be D20 plus your strength, plus if you're proficient, it'll be a proficiency bonus added to that.
Okay.
It might be down next to your javelin about the attack roll bonus.
I think. We'll find out.
Your strength is pretty high, so imagine it's something like +7 maybe, with a proficiency involved.
6.
6, yeah, that sounds like about right, yeah.
6 plus 4, I think.
Wow.
What?
From the 1d6 plus 4.
Oh
That's
no,
right.
you need to make an attack roll, so it's D20 plus 6.
Okay. 11.
11. Unfortunately, the javelin flies just past the hellhound, embeds itself into the ground, splintering as it does so. No, it doesn't splinter, only splinters if it hits something. So yeah, the javelin just impacts into the ground and sticks there. At which point, you're all visible. Are you going to attack or are you going to interrogate? I just need to know if you want to roll initiative.
Surprise round and then not roll initiative? I'm gonna roll initiative.
Okay, Tulips is attacking, so everyone roll initiative. You can always tell Tulips not to attack if you choose to do so, but we're going to roll initiative.
Oh,
Critical fail.
Oh man, that bounce was terrible. I got a 6.
Oof.
Ugh.
I got a 6 as well.
Wow, such bad initiative rolls.
I don't know. I'm on the fence on
Hey,
Melphis'
I rolled-
roll. I'm pretty sure that's a 17. That looks like a 17 to me.
I rolled really, really well previously.
Yeah, for people at home, that is actually a 3 according to the chat log.
Yeah,
Looks like a 17 though. What the hell?
I know. That bounce
How
off
do
the
you
wall.
get a D20 on edge digitally?
Roll 20 is awful.
Roll20 is awesome. They're based on a quantum fluctuating server that bases it off like the fluctuating beam of light.
That makes everything.
I have a fancy new mixer.
I like your
Can
mixer.
I haven't been able to use it yet.
Okay.
So, initiative is what?
Stream,
It's a D20.
D20 plus Dex.
No, I mean
Say that again. I'm sorry.
this.
Say that one more
D20
time. Oh, okay.
Firestone, I mean for this. I haven't been able to use
13.
it for, this, for
Oh,
my
I see.
spells.
Oh, I understand. I got you.
Spells.
13. Okay. And
Oh.
right. So what do people get for their initiative with their dex bonus included?
6 for Melfast, 6 for Bree, 13 for Rhaegar, and was it a critical fail for Tulips? Was that right? Did you get a critical fail on your initiative roll, Tulips?
Critical fail? No.
Have you rolled
Have you rolled
initiative?
I think you got the 12.
Yeah, I got the 12. I'm 2
right.
plus 2, so 12.
Okay, so 12. So it's Rhaegar, Tulips, and then you two.
Oh, okay.
Rhaegar, Tulips, and then Bree and Melfast. Okay, so immediately having, thrown a javelin at it, the Hellhound chooses to engage. The Hellhound sort of flares a little bit, fire sort of streaming across its body, and it runs towards you. However, being somewhat injured, it doesn't run particularly fast. It only manages 40 feet per second rather than normal 50,
That's
which
enough.
is still enough to get it up to Rhaegar. It's going to make an attack. Rhaegar, what is your armor class?
My armor class is 18. I have 16, but then in parentheses I have 18.
Your shield.
Ah,
So yeah, it just manages to get past your shield, diving under it as you bring it, and bites into your leg,
Wow.
thinking past the armor. That would be 8 points of piercing damage, plus 3 points with your fire resistance from your ring factored in, making it 1 point of fire damage.
okay.
That's a flame around the wound, try and lick at you, but don't really find any purchase thanks to your fire resistant ring. That will then make it Rhaegar's turn. Funny that.
Okay, so I lost 9 points of damage. Right?
How many?
You said... Hang on, now I'm lost. 8 piercing. And then
That sounds
one.
about right.
Yeah. Okay, 9 points? Sure. Well, I'm asking you, you just said it.
I say these numbers, I don't internalize them.
Okay, alright, so... I guess I'll just take out my Warhammer and try to attack back.
Okay, sure. Swing for it.
Okay.
Is it beautiful?
I don't know yet. Okay, so that would be D20 plus strength and proficiency.
Yep.
Alright. Boop. Oh, for the love of... 8.
8. You swing the blow to your leg, just sort of rocking you backwards. The hammer impacts the rock nearby, taking a huge chunk out of it. Sadly, that is a miss. So Tulips.
Oh, it's strength and proficiency, is it, for an attack roll?
Yeah.
Or dex and proficiency if it's a finesse weapon.
Yeah.
I
You
forgot to
technically-
add my dex onto the last roll. Never mind.
Oh well.
It's past now. We will say it just glanced off armor, but I completely forgot
Okay,
about it.
Tulip.
All right. I think I will get the. I'm gonna go for the hound. I'm gonna strike him with a bow, I suppose, an arrow. Ew. Oh yes, 18 to hit and 10 damage.
That is a hit.
Take that,
Unfortunately, you can't fire your bow, however, because your bowstring is broken.
So basically, he
Both-
pulls out an arrow, goes.
All right, then I throw my arrow really, really hard. No.
He
That's
didn't
right.
have the opportunity to fix that while we were
I
in
will.
the wagon.
I will say that during the last few days, you could have picked up a new bowstring and restrung your bow.
But next time, if
Because
you
I mean,
don't remember
we had,
to fix
we
it,
had 2 weeks unplanned off. Well, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, I didn't remember that.
saying like I wouldn't have remembered that
I don't know.
Either
But,
I have a string on my bow,
I'm
or
gonna
I'm gonna walk
be
up
kind
with
and
my
say
bow
you swing it
stick,
low.
and just like smack it over the head.
So an 18, you do hit, and you do 10 points of damage. Nice.
Very nice damage, actually.
Yeah, max damage feels good.
Okay. The arrow sinking really deep in, flares, bits of sparks just jutting out as it snarls. Okay,
Feels
that makes it Bree and Melthas.
has the bad guy gone yet?
Nope.
No, he hasn't.
No. You can delay your turn if you want.
No. But by all means, Malphus.
Okay, well, in that case, feeling that perhaps there's either some magic at work or perhaps this guy's wearing some sort of particularly robust piece of neck armor, the next arrow is aiming for the right shoulder. And is there enough cover where Malphas is that he could hide here as a bonus action before trying to attack?
Yeah, okay. Until the guy moves closer, I will say you can just about hide back in the little bit of the crack of the face of the rock you were hiding in.
Okay. Well, to make it more believable, he'll hide, then he'll move, then he'll shoot. It maybe, if it works. So I'll just roll this for my stealth. It's a 17 on stealth.
He automatically fails, actually, because he's been held with his head kind of away from you.
Okay.
Can't really get a full view.
Okay. So I'll say that Malphas moved. Well, actually, I'll say he moved over to this rocky outcropping. And then he takes his shot. So... right, so it's 5 plus dex, which is 8 for me. Of course. Now I roll the bad rolls. Oh, well.
15. The arrow sinks through the robe at the back, but doesn't seem to have done any damage. Maybe hitting armor as it went in.
Okay. Oh. Wouldn't I have had advantage on that because he's hidden?
Yes, you would actually. Yeah, you can roll again.
Sorry about this. I'm so rusty because of how long we've been on. It would have been 16. My roll.
Really?
Robe, and there's a ping, and it doesn't seem to have done anything.
So bad.
3.
So unlucky.
Sleep.
Okay, casting on that guy.
Yep.
That was awesome.
I get 8d6 because I'm casting it at, or excuse me, I get 7d6 because I'm casting it a level above.
Okay.
So currently that's 15,
D6,
20,
D8.
28. What's that?
You said D6, those are D8s.
Oh, I meant d8s.
Okay.
I get 7 d8s.
How much is
which
that one?
means one more.
Okay.
Plus another 7. So what's that? 35 points? Right?
You see him sort of vaguely shudder and shake his head.
God. How did he shake his head? He's paralyzed.
Very minimal, sort of very faint movement of the head. But yeah, no, it wasn't affecting him, I'm afraid.
I was hoping, because he's a spellcaster, they would have few enough hit points that would take him down. The fact that he doesn't is very worrisome.
Yes.
Very worrisome indeed.
The fact that he's got a 17 AC, very worrisome.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. Not gonna lie.
Which means it's now his go. Which means he's paralyzed. He can't speak when paralyzed, can he? He's
Nope.
held. No, he can speak. He's held.
He's paralyzed. Choose a creature that you can see within range. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the
Which means he
duration.
can't speak.
This
Okay,
spell
that's
has no
fine.
effect on undead. At the end of each of its turns, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. On a success, the spell ends on the target.
He would consider me an ally right now, right? I've only actually just jeered him. I didn't do any real damage.
What? I just said your face was horrid. You still like me though, yeah?
Yeah.
He's going to have to just roll resist. He can't do anything. Fail.
Yay!
Ooh.
Good
Next
time.
best
Okay,
thing to
grabs
sleep.
the hellhound. Right. Let me check the range on this.
That
Yep.
that whole person is amazing.
I'm going to use fire breath.
That's why I stayed here.
Tulips, Melfast, Rhaegar, please make dexterity saving throws.
Dexterity saving throws.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thing I like to dance.
Oh, actually, sorry. I got a natural 20, but it's +5, not +3.
Oh, woe is unto you.
I know, it's terrible, isn't it? I'm just so dexterous. Ah.
Only get a plus.
For a natural 20, I'll allow you to avoid 3/4 of the damage rather than just half.
Ooh, 17.
17. And Rhaegar?
Okay. You said dexterity, yeah?
Yep.
All right.
I dance in the flames. Ooh, wow.
Everyone seeing this hellhound kind of
Rear
obviously
up, puff its chest.
dives. Just everyone sort of just dives flat. Melfast sort of this does a quick pirouette behind a rock, and he unleashes
I have my hand above my head and everything.
2, 5, 9, 15, 19, 25. So 25 halved is 12 for Rhaegar and Tulips, fire damage. How both of you are resistant, which makes it down to 6 each. Melfast, you only took 3/4, so you took 6, but then halved again for your resistance is 3. So Rhaegar and Tulips each take 6 points of fire damage. Melfast only takes 3, as you are burned, but you don't really notice
Actually,
it.
just warms me up and makes me feel a little bit more alive. Also,
All right.
can I have a reaction in that? Do I have a reaction
Sure.
to it?
You can. I guess it was an attack. You can react to it. What depends what the reaction is.
Actually, it's a hellhound. No, never mind. Thank you anyway. Then.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. The Hellish Rebuke. I was thinking about it, and I was like, no, it's a Hellhound.
I have no idea if they are actually resistant, but they probably are.
But there are Hellhounds in Hellish Rebuke. I don't know. It seems like here. Let me
It's
give you
especially good.
environment.
I'm rebuking you in your own language, damn it. It's
Mhm.
especially useful against you.
Okay.
Okay.
That makes it Rhaegar.
I'm deeply regretting not going with the card at this point.
But you've soaked up so much damage for me. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right. Well, does lay on hands only work on other people?
No, it works on you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna lay my hands on myself. Sounds.
You sure this is the time? I mean,
There's always a time for that.
okay. How many points would you like to heal?
Well, considering I'm down to 10 from 30, I'd like to do 20.
How many points can you heal as a paladin? Is it something like 5 times your level? 20.
20, yeah. I could
Yeah,
literally heal
okay.
all 20.
So you just look at the hellhound, look at how much you've been damaged, put your hands to your chest, and this bright sort of white light sort of emerges from your hands, covers your wounds, and they all close up, and you look right as rain. Your armor doesn't, but you look
like
right as rain.
aside from being covered in blood.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, to
you
be
know,
fair,
but-
he was literally just. The blood's probably been burnt away at this point. That was a rather hot flame.
Yeah.
True. Right. Well, that makes it your go, I guess. That takes an action, doesn't it? So
Quick, jump into the water. You'll temper your armor.
Ooh. Smartness.
Tulips, it's you go.
It's me? Yeah. Okay. I will try to finish off the Hound by using yet another arrow.
Okay. You must be running low on arrows.
I gave him 10.
Oh, well, 16 to hit.
You just about hit. Doing 8
about.
damage.
Oh, I did hit. Okay, good.
Nice.
So the arrow sinks deep into the hellhound. There's a sort of another flare as it sort of reels its head, having expected to at least like damage you guys with its flame. It didn't really do that much. That makes it Bree and Belfast.
Ooh. Come on, guys, we got this.
Are we going with the same turn order we had last time?
Sure.
No, okay. Right. Well, I got the impression that you were basically just letting me have that hide for that turn. I'm not going to try and do it again. What's the distance? But I need to.
I will say that the hides will still probably work because this guy can only just sort of. He's paralyzed. He can't even see you. Actually, you don't even need to hide. He is not aware where you're attacking from because he can't turn.
Oh, okay.
Looking at the carts when he was paralyzed.
And I can move 30 feet, or a fair bit more than that, or a run.
You have to move around the hound, however, if you do that.
Yeah.
Question.
Go ahead.
Just wondering, a whole person that doesn't mean they're completely inactive. You can't coup de grace.
No, but they count as unable to resist. You can't coup de grace them, but you will do basically auto crits if they can't see you with a melee attack. It doesn't work with a ranged attack, I think. It was a melee attack. It's like attacks 5 feet.
Right. How does dashing work?
You move double your movement rate.
Okay.
So you'd move.
But normally that would take an action, but I can use my cunning action to dash.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, Malphas is going to dash all the way up into melee range. As he's running, he's basically shouldering his bow, and just pulls out both of his daggers, and as soon as he's close enough, just tries to stab him. Can I only pull out one?
You can't shoulder your bow and pull out both daggers while also using your bonus action.
Drop my bow?
I'll let you drop the bow. So you drop the bow as you're running up. You pull out both daggers.
Okay, so that's the dagger of futures past and the dagger of dark opportunity. Doesn't really matter. We're not in darkness, but just for clarity's sake. Right. How do I attack with this? Because Malphas doesn't do melee too often.
You get advantage on both attacks.
Right.
So you can roll both attacks normally. So for a start, let's start with the first dagger, which is going to be...
Dagger of futures past.
Okay, so roll an advantage attack, because he can't resist, so it's just advantage. No, sorry, he can resist, he's just restrained in inverted commas. So that
actually it's
manages...
+3 as well anyway, so it's 25.
Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, that manages to find its way past his armor, slipping in through his robes and pushing deep into his flesh. You can roll damage on this, but it counts as an auto crit because he can't resist it.
So how does crit work with sneak attack?
I think it is an auto crit because it counts. Like if someone was unconscious on the floor, you'd get auto crits.
If you can't move, then I suppose there's no way you could try and get out of the way. So how does that work with my sneak attack?
It does double the damage from sneak attack, I believe.
So I've got 1d4 plus 2d6. So effectively, okay, so roll 2d4.
The literal wording on critical is that you double dice.
Okay,
so unless sneak attack says otherwise, you double it. So 2 dice for it, or double the normal amount of dice.
Okay. In total, I rolled a 2, a 4, 2 1s, 3, and a 6. So that's 17 damage on the first dagger.
Okay. You sink the dagger really deep in, pushing it under the ribcage.
I'm doing this with conviction. He's growling as he does this and twisting as much as he can as he does it.
Wow.
There's a lot of... He was humiliated in front of his friends by this man. There's a lot of venom in this attack. So, does he see anything?
As you push the dagger into its fullest extent, you see flashes of what appears to be a completely foreign land. You're not sure where this is. The skies are ashen colored. The ground below your feet is brimstone and soil, and there is fire and magma all around. And you look around and you see a female shape, robed person defeating you in combat, pushing you to the ground and sparing your life at staff point. She's carrying what seems to be a metal tipped staff, but the metal is ornate and imbued with some sort of dark metallic colors.
Okay.
And that's all you see, just that briefest glimpse.
All right. Right.
So you need to add your damage modifier to your roll. I don't think you did that.
Oh, no, I didn't. So that's plus an extra 3, is it?
That's your dex, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Does that get doubled, or is it just the dice? It's just
No,
the dice.
just-
So just plus 3, so that's 21.
The second dagger also gets advantage.
Okay. So again, it'll be plus 8, because plus 5 for proficiency, plus 3 because of my dex. That's an 18.
Unfortunately, your dagger is turned away by the thick armors
Oh,
on
really?
the creature, glancing off.
Wow.
I thought the longbow, which was shot. Oh, who? Oh no, you shot the wolf, did you? Someone hit
Yeah.
him with an 18. Ah, right, yes, okay, that's fine then.
Unfortunately, the dagger is turned away. Right, that makes it Bree.
All right. I will use my bonus action or whatever it takes to shout to Melfas, "We need him alive, if only barely." And then I will go into Blade Song.
Ooh.
Ooh.
If you want to pause the music, I can play mine. It's okay. It's there somewhere.
Yeah, I can hear it.
I can hear it.
And then I'm going to run over to, I don't know, here-ish is probably well within my movement.
Where's here-ish?
40, presumably. Here. Can you guys see that?
No, if you control click, I think you ping.
Here.
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably within your movement. I think it's 3 feet square. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. And I will stab him with the pokey end.
Yay!
Okay. Okay, end. All right, if we can go back to combat music.
Aw, but it hasn't gotten to the combat music yet.
Okay, can you skip ahead to the combat music?
Hey, this is the good part, right? The whole thing is the good part.
Well, the entire thing is good, but I want the combat bit.
We're getting there. By the time I roll, we'll be there. I just gotta pick my die.
I now have this
Stall a
impression
little.
based on this music that she's not actually frantically, dancing kind of acrobatic style towards her target. It's more of a
I
slow waltz.
I'll have to talk.
Very-
to it. We'll break it up. We'll make it more. Like
You don't
that.
need to go full dubstep. No, it's- Oh my god.
Cut the music! Cut the music! You
You
didn't
tripped over a rock.
It's over.
It's so perfect.
You miss and you stab the dwarf.
Dance is over.
That was so good.
Make an acrobatics roll.
Way to go, Liz. Way to go.
I think I jinxed it with my dubstep. Probably jinxed it.
What's that in total?
13.
13, you almost trip over an outcropping of rock as you dance over. However, you manage to just about keep your feet. However, it does prevent you from attacking.
Oh, wait, hang on.
Hanging on.
I get advantage on that. 15.
Okay. You still manage to just about, keep your feet. Right. That
Aw.
makes it... I go.
Matasapia in my chat just said, such elegant. No.
Oh no!
Yep.
Perfect.
Oh, that's why it was perfect. So much drama for nothing.
Oh, it was good though. It was good.
That was
For a
fantastic.
1.
That was fantastic.
Man.
BSL Sims is like
What's wrong, GM? What's wrong, GM? What's up?
My character's paralyzed. That's what's wrong.
You can't go looking, I need to find a way to get my character out of this paralysis. No. If he can't talk and he can't move, he can't cast spells.
No, that's the whole point of the spell.
That was a great spell cast. And the fact that he keeps, like, not making his save is just so good.
As much as I want to interrogate this guy, I hope you kill him.
Somatic. No, I can't do verb and somatic. I want to look at the paralyzed status to check if you do auto crit against a paralyzed character, because I think you do. Paralyzed, restrained, paralyzed. Incapacitated.
So effectively knocked out.
No, you don't auto crit. It just can't take actions or
auto-crit.
actions.
Oh, okay.
So that last damage shouldn't have been a crit. I'm just going to knock half of that off.
Then let me take my first attack. I dropped it for the sake of brevity.
Yeah, but your first attack wasn't that damaging.
It would have been a
no
sneak
crit on.
attack.
You can't retro take away damage. You don't do that for us.
No. Any attacks that hits... Yeah, I was right the first time. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical attack.
Oh, really?
Yeah?
Wow.
I was thinking it was too powerful. I was like, I'm pretty sure it is, but am I right? Yeah. Any
It
crits?
does make sense. If he literally can't move, how could he possibly avoid? Because my character could literally just walk up and across the
You
throat.
dig right, yeah.
Right. Yeah. I actually... Have you just like literally behind him, just stab him? He can't even make eye contact with you. He's like can't even see who's attacking him.
No, exactly. Even if he could, even if Malphas was in front of him, he just hold his hand in front of his face and then go to stab him in the head and only move his hand right at the last moment. Not enough time to react. He just close his eyes and then just start stabbing.
Tries to resist. He's still held. Bree is still concentrating. Okay. Yeah, next round. Hellhound.
That thing is still there?
Well, yeah, it was about to be poked by the pokey end. And then
not. That's okay.
What I think happened is Bree was so focused on her singing, which was beautifully melodious, by the way, that she just wasn't paying attention to her footwork. And
22 against Bree.
Ooh.
What's that?
22 versus Bree.
Lucky.
Shield.
Lucky.
The Hellhound leaps, finding a Bree somewhat off balance after that trip, and lunges to the throat.
I'm sorry.
And suddenly-
The frustration that happens when I do that. I'm sorry.
Hellhound yelps, backs off a little bit, shakes its head, which gives us an opportunity for Tulips to go.
All we need
Ray-
is to give you an energy sword, and you would literally be a Jedi.
Yeah. Basically.
a Jedi that trips over.
Yeah, a kind of clumsy Jedi occasionally.
I'm gonna
It's a
longbow
Jedi
it, I
apprentice.
Hey, only 5% of the time.
Rhaegar, it's your go.
Oh,
guess.
me?
Let's Rhaegar's go.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I might as well keep trying against this hound. I guess I'll do my Warhammer yet again.
In Avec, one of my friends says, walk up to him and make him hit himself with his own hand. Stop critting yourself. Stop critting yourself.
Put my dagger in his hand, close his hand around it, and start stabbing himself in the eye.
He'll see his own history.
Let me find out. I don't want to remember this. That was puberty. It was a terrible time for
Well, they
me.
do say before you die, you relive your entire life.
He would literally. Oh, that was just so good, so good. Oh.
Stop critting yourself. Stop critting yourself.
Oh.
Someone needs to make that. I hope we have Timman watching.
The person who
Timman
said it
watching,
is in
yes.
fact an artist.
Well, there we go.
In fact, he's
Whoa!
generally my
Just
artist.
crit the wolf.
Ah!
Yeah!
That's awesome.
Yeah, that would be double the dice.
Double the dice.
So normally, what is it for your Warhammer? You roll a d8.
I roll a d8, yes.
Yeah,
So
so it'll be 2d8
plus.
plus whatever it is. Plus, I think it's 4 for your strength, isn't it?
Yeah.
Respectable 14.
I don't know if that's respectable or not, but
Yeah, that's pretty good for melee attack.
good.
He says, I gave myself homework.
That's what happens if you put your hand up in class. You end up with homework. The Hellhound kind of shaken after trying to attack Bree. Rhaegar just takes advantage and just brings the hammer down, hits it on the head, flares, bits of like fire spit out on all sides, and it's severely hurt by that. Tulips
Is
holding his turn. Melthas.
Okay. Right. Again, stood behind the guy. Just going to try it again. This time, though, Malphas is specifically trying to stab up under the arm into his armpit.
Okay. Do you want that as flavor text, or do you actually want to try and do that?
Yeah, he wants to try and do it.
Okay, so I'll take away your advantage. Effectively, you've got disadvantage. However, if you do it, I will say you can have an extra 5 points of damage.
Okay. So
From
disadvantage. From advantage to disadvantage.
From advantage cancels out normal.
Okay, yeah.
It
Sorry,
cancels around.
that's what I was thinking, and then he was disadvantage. Oh, that's actually a
fine.
lot worse than I was expecting.
No.
Right, so Dagger of Futures
We've
Past.
critting anyway, so you're already sort of doing that when you're just going for those stabs.
Okay. Going for the right arm with the Dagger of Futures Past. 19.
You just managed to slip it in. Follow the contour of his armor as
Shunk.
you just managed to straight up under the armpit and deep. Sort of, you feel the point
Malphas
cutting
is
again.
effectively trying to disable the
Solve
arm,
something.
to sever something important that will prevent it from being able to do anything gesture related, should he get free. Roll for damage is once again.
Remember, you got plus 5 in addition to the dexterity, so it's plus 8 instead of plus 3.
2d4 plus 4d6 plus 8. Oh, I rolled it wrong. Oh, 2dr. What? No. 2d.
To dur or not to dur?
Duh. 25 points of damage. 114,164 plus 8.
Okay. You
That's a lot of ones.
stab that
That
dagger
wasn't
in
ones.
deep
And he
into
still
the,
did 25 damage. That's the crazy thing.
into the armpit.
Yeah.
Twisting as you do so, feeling the point cut up against the bone, and then as you pull it out, you tear it to the side, doing a significant amount of damage.
ouch.
Fantastic.
Tear it out to the side. And to think, I like chipped your horn, man. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Well, he blames him for the chipped horn incident, basically.
Oh, there we go.
He's
got a
venting
second dagger.
all of his anger over the chipped horn right now. Okay, so the second dagger, he's just going to go for it, in the back somewhere.
Okay, so normal backstab. Okay.
Yeah. So that's plus 8. Oh, that 20 was almost there. It's 19 again, but
That is still enough.
so
Your
close to a
dagger's
20.
Deep into his back, straight up and under the rib cage as well, twisting, shearing, pulling it around the side.
Okay, this would be the Dagger
you're
of Futures
crazy.
Past then. What would have happened if I'd rolled a natural 20, given that I was already critting anyway?
You can't. It's just
Oh, that's a shame. A double crit would have been amazing. Another 25.
Okay.
Wow.
Another 25 points
No,
of damage.
less ones this time. 1, 2, 2, 5, 4, 3, plus 8.
It's a very messy kill.
So you did put the Dagger of Futures Past in him again.
Yeah.
So when you stabbed in with that one under the armpit, you see
Sweat glands.
I might do when I remove it, yeah. Kind of spraying out to the side.
you see a dwarven blacksmith bending over some crates full of metal gear.
Bear with me just a
Sudden-
second. Someone did correct me in chat just then. You'll have to drop off that damage drops down to 11 damage, not 25, because backstab is once per turn. Oh, right, critical hit or sneak
okay.
attack.
Well, I'll give him 14 health back then. But you see...
Thank you very much, by the way, chat.
You see a dwarf bend over.
Is it the dwarf he already met?
It is indeed the dwarf blacksmith from Riverton. Bend over, turn round, seeing a shadow fall across him, and get the run through by a sword impaling against the wall.
Okay.
By your own hand, because you are seeing from his point of view.
Point of view gone.
Wow.
Right. That will make it Tulips, because Tulips was holding his turn because he wasn't here. So Tulips, what are you going to do?
So what's still alive?
Wait, what about me?
Well, Tulips should be going before you, but he held his turn because he wasn't here. You'll go in a second.
Yeah, but go the same time as Malphus.
Yeah, but Tulips can choose to go any time because he held his turn.
Fine.
Well, you know what I'm gonna do.
Don't make her angry, by the way.
No.
You've seen her crazy AC.
I'm going to Bardic Inspire.
Like me when I'm
Oh,
angry.
pretty. Yeah.
Mostly because you probably wouldn't like me anyway.
Here we go. Bardic Inspiration coming your way, just so that you get advantage. Right.
Woo!
So,
Probably.
here we go. Our years are like gold we pay for every breath, whether cautious or bold, both bought or with death. Live slow or live fast, be silent and ill-begotten. Nay, you have a choice. Use your voice, be remembered, be forgotten.
But you should have used it on him. On Rhaegar.
On my overlay, you're pointing at me, which is great.
On my overlay, she's pointing at Tulips. Should have inspired yourself. You're shit at this. You need the help.
No, you should have done it on Rhaegar, but thank you.
Why would I do that? Rhaegar's already gone, right? No?
Yeah, but he could use it next turn.
Well, Bree, it is now your turn.
Bree, it's your
All
turn.
right. Well, I'll try and stick it with the pokey end.
With
Okay,
advantage.
Totally
Yay.
succeed, because you get advantage. And
If you roll a double one, I'm going to laugh so hard. I may actually wee a little.
Too.
I'm sorry, you get +6 to your roll. That's what it is.
Why did you get advantage?
Wait.
Yeah, no, you get +6 to your roll. I'm sorry.
All right. Well,
You
even
found-
taking the lower of the two in this scenario, if I get +6, that's a 28.
Inspiration doesn't give you +6, does it? It gives you a D6 inspiration dice.
Roll a d6. Roll it.
Anyway.
But the lower the dice there is still a what? A 22?
Yeah, still a 22.
So it doesn't matter.
Okay, so you do hit. You have a D6 inspiration dice which you can spend. But you got a 22.
Can I spend it on damage?
No, I'm afraid not. It's only to hit rolls, to check, saving
Well,
throws, etc.
That's
There's
no
something
fun.
special I do, but I don't know what expertise. I don't know.
I think the special thing you do is you can add it to your AC when you get attacked or something like that. You'll have to check it up. I can't remember what it
No,
is.
combat inspiration. I have that. Combat inspiration. Ally may add bardic inspiration to die attack roll, or add to AC and defense. So that's
Yeah,
mine.
so you attack rolls or AC. You don't need it. You got 22. You hit, you can roll damage.
Yeah.
Very nice roll. Very nice roll. A 7. Almost matched.
10.
It's
It's only,
Okay,
it's only
so
10 points.
lunges forwards, obviously somewhat inspired by Tulips, nonetheless not using that inspiration just yet, and runs the Hellhound through, just driving that sword straight through the center, and not even pulling back on the lunge, just moving through. And as she does, the Hellhound begins to immolate around her sword,
I got one.
That was
and
nifty.
collapsing into a pile of matted, burnt fur.
You will not be forgotten. I speak to Bree.
That's really what I'm trying to do.
You trying to be forgotten? Too bad.
Did you fail it again? You failed it again, didn't you?
That is unfortunate. That is really
It's
unfortunate.
glorious.
Although I have to say, like, if it's this useful, he might use it against us in the future.
Oh, he's
combat.
definitely going to be using it against us.
Yeah.
That's why we need to make sure the wizard
You
doesn't
fight a lot
survive.
of mages, all of whom
Hold-
have hold.
Hold person is pretty intense, but the kicker about him failing is he only needs to roll over a 13.
Yeah.
He's just rolling badly.
Yeah.
Because I did
Okay.
confirm it is still only 13. That's why it's not changed, because it didn't change. So
Rhaegar.
only needs to roll over a 13.
What's Rhaegar gonna do?
Right. So is the Hellhound dead?
Yes.
The hell is very dead. Let me remove it from the board.
So
Before Rhaegar moves, can I just ask, is there any it's not like he's obscured by vines or anything, he's literally just paralyzed. How badly damaged? Do we have any idea of how badly damaged he is? Because, I mean, I'm
He's
just
bleeding
poking.
pretty damn badly. I mean, from the amount of damage you've done, you would pretty much be sure that a normal human would be dead a long time ago. You've inflicted several mortal wounds. He's bleeding pretty badly.
Good.
Thick sort of reddish-black blood.
Has he been
spilling.
making any sounds? Like constricted squeals, but his vocal cords don't move properly?
You can just about get out that death rasp,
that's
which is...
good. Good death now.
When someone dies, effectively, like their muscles contract and stuff, and he's making that sound right now because he's really paralyzed.
Did I feel his muscles almost trying to resist the daggers when I was jamming it? Was he like internally squealing in agony?
It was fairly tough. It was like stabbing them into
Good.
pretty tough hide, like just digging through leather.
Good.
But you managed it.
Good.
Mm,
I'm glad he's suffering.
I'm sorry about your chip torn, dude. I'm very scared of you right now. Very scared.
Grr.
now, is this someone we want to kill? Because we haven't really established.
Well, you did hear Braylana say, we want him alive, even if just barely.
And you have watched Malphas basically in a blind fury trying to hack parts out of him.
I mean, do you know him? Was that was it
You
established?
don't know what Malphas
We don't know.
knows.
I don't know.
Literally, Malphas has not told anyone. He hasn't responded in any way to let them know that he recognizes him or why he's so furious. And Rhaegar wouldn't know Malphas enough to realize that this is normally how he acts. The other two would probably be like, yeah, there's a certain determination for violence. This is ultra violence going on right now.
Oh,
He's being to the milk bar. He's tanked up on Milk Plus.
the milk bar ultraviolence.
Yes.
Okay, Rhaegar, what do you want to do? You can hold your turn if you want.
Well,
Rhaegar
I
can
can
also
hold-
talk.
I just don't know if we should do any more damage.
Well,
I mean, he's already paralyzed.
You can have Rhaegar say that, but you know.
I did, right there.
Okay.
Okay.
Consider Malphas.
Should we stop attacking and maybe see who this
I
is?
forgot I should have been making some saving throws.
Hasn't that been what you've been doing?
The last
No,
time you
he's
saw
been
the dagger
telling
in,
them.
very last attack, his form shimmers, and he is no longer the man with a half-burnt face wearing robes.
Not even my final form.
He becomes, let me just remove my pen from the book so that everything doesn't go everywhere.
He becomes worth killing.
Okay.
That is something.
Okay, Rhaegar, what are you doing? You can wait if you want.
Well, like I said, I suggested to the group that we should probably stop, or maybe even just ask if we could, or just keep going.
Nah, if he looks like that, we should probably just kill him.
You know, I mean, we just killed the dude's dog, man. You don't leave a dude alive. You know, like, think of John Wick. What happened with John Wick right now? I mean,
Yeah, seriously.
Thick, reddish, leathery wings on his back.
Multiplied by John Wick. Yes. No, this
Multiplied by
wouldn't be
John.
this wouldn't
Red,
be good.
forked tail.
I mean, John Wick was kind of a nice guy to begin with. I don't think this one was even a nice guy to start with. So this is probably all kinds of badness.
Okay.
Right.
Nevertheless,
Well-
So,
go ahead, Rhaegar.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna kind of bow out. I mean, I don't know you guys all too much, so I don't know why you're actively pursuing someone that didn't attack us yet. But yeah, so I'm gonna hold back and.
makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense. Okay,
Yeah.
tulips.
all right, I'm going to vicious mockery, I suppose.
Metasapia said, I've seen bigger wings.
Yeah, or something along those lines. What do I have for like vicious mockery? Which one is the best? Oh, here we go. I'm sorry to hear about your passing.
And the thing is this actually hurts him. That's the thing. It's something like that actually wounded the guy. It was so traumatic. He's basically suffering a form of shock. Wow. Just wow.
Oh.
He vaguely, ever so slightly shudders.
Just wow. I think that's beautiful.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Melthas.
So, as I was drawing back from the last attack, he kind of changed into this creature. Okay. Well, I mean, Melfast isn't actually going to be that surprised. A, he's a tiefling, so this form isn't actually that repulsive to him. B, he was kind of getting an impression that this fella wasn't necessarily of this plane from the visions he's been getting. So, but now he's got wings.
And a tail. Red skin.
Wait, what?
Grabs the tail, tries to hack it off.
Ooh, wow.
Why don't you just coup de grace him? Why don't you just stab him in the face? Like, end it. What?
He wants him to suffer. He wants him to suffer. Honestly, if I didn't think it would weird you out too much, I'd be saying, I want to cut his eyelashes off. I want to cut his eyelids straight off next to the bone. And his ears. And his lips. Welsh mythology is pretty brutal. It's given me quite a lot of material to draw from.
Your tiefling is showing through. Just letting you know.
Okay, roll.
Okay, so going for the tail.
Tiefling.
Indeed. No. It's an 18. 10 plus 8 for the future
gets
dagger.
the thick, leathery hide of his tail.
Okay, that was 1. He'll try again. This time with dark opportunity. Exactly the same. Almost exactly the same roll.
18 again. You don't manage to get through.
Damn,
the
he's
thick
got
leather
a
of his tail.
good bloody tail. I
Yeah.
want it as a trophy.
His armor.
I want to make an arm guard out of his tail once I cut it off and skin it.
God.
Yeah. Dark Advocate that in form. Right. That makes it his go.
What?
Bam.
Hey, hi.
Hey, excuse me.
Sorry, your go.
My lord, man.
Let's go.
So mean.
Thanks.
How rude.
Kill him before he goes. I'm just no pressure. Just kill him before.
Magic missile.
Ooh.
My goodness.
I would like to believe this guy is definitely of the dark side, so she's effectively attacking the darkness.
With magic missile. I cast magic missile at the darkness.
You actually sounded like that guy. My lord, that was kind of
That was
frightening.
pretty close. It was
Yeah.
pretty close. I liked it.
How many is it? Each dart. Each 3. Okay.
If at level 1, yes.
Well, I want the pretty ones. Actually, I want the ones that are easily readable.
Also, I can't coup de grace him. Anyway, E said I can't coup de grace him just because he's
Which is
paralyzed.
unfortunate.
That's just because he keeps hoping he'll make the save.
Oh,
Which, judging by my luck,
not bad. 6, 10.
10 damage.
13 damage.
Oh, plus 3.
Oh, plus 1 for each, isn't it? Okay. So Bree looks over in the direction and these darts fly out, which sear around Melthas, dodging him and whacking into this paralyzed form, impacting, bruising the flesh and breaking probably his jaw in the process by the amount he's damaged. Let's go.
I feel so bad for E because normally he's really enthusiastic about the flowery text, but as this keeps going on and he can't do anything, it's like, yeah, you're basically just pummeling the guy. I mean, it's
You're just beating the guy up. Like, he's not resisting.
He's not doing anything.
He's carrying after an injured.
You're just being monsters, and I'm so
Yeah.
bored.
Well, we killed the injured hellhound. So
He's carrying after nothing anymore.
there's no reason for him to stick around. He should just die a fiery death
So he
from our blood.
finally manages to move his head to the side
I want to see the roll.
And get
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Nice.
it was a natural 20, and all he gets is to break 3.
Next
I
turn.
approve.
Takes.
Oh goodness.
He turns and very, very juddily manages to break 3 of your control, one limb at a time.
Okay.
And looks at you, fear in his eyes.
Fantastic.
Make a
Okay.
look at you now. Uh-oh. Ooh.
Rhaegar.
Oh boy. Well,
Smash him with a hammer.
I think what I'll do is, let's see. There's something I can use. Shield of Faith. I think I could use on Avak
Yay!
or Melfast. That's it. Mm-hmm.
I keep meaning to move over there, and I keep forgetting.
So that would use up my last spell slot.
Okay.
Is it used? Do I have to roll, or I'm not sure exactly.
Shield of Faith.
What's that?
Shield of Faith, Shield of Faith, Shield of Faith. I have an app that allows me to find spells really quick. For some reason, I'm using the book.
Someone's asking, who's Avak? Which one's Avak? So I've just said to them, I'm the one who will be waving at the camera in a few seconds. Now they're going to think you're me. Thanks. Yeah.
Shield of Faith. A shimmy feels around and surrounds a creature of your choice within range, granting a +2 to AC. It's concentration as well, up to 10 minutes. Okay.
Oh, it's just instant?
Around... Pardon?
It's instant?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what
You
happens?
just concentrate, keep it up. So what happens is, around Melfast, a small sort of walled force field bubble, which moves with you, appears,
Okay.
which should help ward off blows.
Okay. Does it do anything to my AC? Do I need to adjust that or
+2.
anything? +2, okay. I'll bear that in mind.
Right.
Just so that you know it's now 16. for
Okay,
when if
which
you
makes
need
it
that.
Tulip's go.
Okay. Well, what do I want to do? I'm using a longbow right now. Seems kind of boring.
Also, by the way, doesn't the demon have disadvantage on his saving throws because of the vicious mockery?
That's true.
This is-
He actually does.
Is it disadvantage saving throw? Are you kidding? Are you
It's
actually-
disadvantaged. E.
I can't believe this. I can't. Vicious mockery.
Oh, no.
Vicious mockery.
Oh.
Where do I find it?
Oh, that hurts so much.
We don't know if it's true, but I'm just putting it out there. He's being vicious mockery.
My headphone has run out of battery.
Oh no!
Oh goodness. Where is vicious mockery?
I have the definition up.
Oh, what does it say?
Okay, so you unleash a string of installs, blah blah blah. If the target can hear you, it though if not under that's a typo. It must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage, and have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its turn.
Attack roll.
Okay.
Not-
Okay.
Only attack roll?
That would have been so funny. I would have wept a
Okay.
little bit. That would have been
The
so
fact that
funny.
it was not true still makes the thought of it being true.
EE's
Yeah.
reaction was fantastic. He's like, "You are kidding me! You are kidding me!" That was worth it.
He would like to rage.
Oh my god.
Okay, that makes it
Glorious in every way.
tulips.
Apparently, Rhaegar's Shield of Faith is a bonus action,
Oh, okay. Rhaegar, you got an action.
or so I'm told.
It might be true. I would have to check.
Shield of Faith, 1 bonus action.
Yeah, so you've got an action.
Yeah, all right. Okay. Well,
Oh goodness.
I mean, do we know he's evil?
He basically looks like a more beefed up version of Melfas and Tulips. And whilst I would say that yeah, that's what I mean, a more beefed up version. Tulips probably comes off as a pretty nice guy. From what you've seen of Melfas so far, if you apply what you know of Melfas's actions so far, yeah, you probably think he's like chaotic evil at this point.
Okay.
I haven't seen Melfas do anything particularly bad. He's stabbing the guy in the back.
And really enjoy it.
Let's make sure.
He's basically like clawing at and chewing on the guy's tail.
Yeah. If I didn't think on a meta perspective that I'd have a really bad damage roll, he would have been like trying to chew his horns off.
So essentially, we still don't know. But you think?
Does Rhaegar think that he's evil?
I
It's
can.
you
check.
the one who thinks that.
I can call upon my divine senses.
Do it.
Can
I
you?
like it. I like your divine
Make
sense.
what's it called? A religion check.
Religion check. How would I do that?
There'll be a box on your sheet that says religion. It'll have a bonus
Yep.
next to it, probably.
And you roll a d20,
D20.
and then you add whatever the modifier next to religion is.
And the proficiency doesn't count.
Have you got proficiency in it? In which case, it'll be your proficiency bonus as well, which is 2. So it's intelligence, proficiency.
Mm,
What's your intelligence?
my intelligence is 0. Or it's
Okay. So yeah, that's why it's 2, because it's just a proficiency
yeah.
bonus.
okay. So just
So it's a d20 plus 2.
Yeah.
16.
He looks like a bit like an archetypical devil type character, but with more humanoid features. Not quite so much as a tiefling, who are humans with a little bit of somewhat weird heritage, but looks like a more demony version of a tiefling.
So rather than a human with some devilish features, he's a devil with some
basically half and
humanish
half.
features.
Yeah, so he's sort of a half and half, and you have heard of some creatures like these, creatures who can be created between the union of a devil, basically, and a human or an elf or applicable race.
He used to be called tieflings.
Yes. Now tieflings are somewhere down the lineage, whereas these are creatures that can be created from the union of one and the other, and they are 50-50. Typically, they work for bad guys or do bad things. You see in sort of these a lot of religious texts. You don't know about particular ones, but they tend to be, unlike tieflings who are just given a bad rep, they tend to be bad.
Okay. So was that was my action? Yeah.
No, that would be what you just know in the background of your mind. So you're still in action.
Okay. So we establish he's bad. Let's just.
You think. There's a
You're
lot of
pretty sure.
grey area.
But,
You can't be
yeah.
certain. He could like fluffy kittens.
But. Well, you're obviously going all out at him. So you know what? I'm done being passive. I'll go over. He's sprawled out. He opened his wings. That's good enough for me.
30 feet. Unfortunately, it's too far to you to get on your little dwarvish legs. You can only move 25.
Oh, 25. But that would be right here, though, right? You're right next to
That
it.
would be 27.
27. Where was I? Right there? Okay.
You're one back. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I can't count. Okay. I'll
Don't doubt your heart, just the reach of your arm.
I'll stand behind Avak so he takes the full blow of whatever happens next. Yeah. He's got the shield, so I mean, I don't know.
That's fine. I'm okay with
So
it.
tulips.
All right, I am going to shoot him in the jawbone.
That's a bit harsh. How are you a meanie?
You should say that.
It's a bit harsh. I
What a
just don't want
monster.
to like shoot him wherever he else he's profusely bleeding out from. I just want to make a new hole.
So mean. You've got some anger issues, man.
Oh, but that's not gonna work.
Oh.
Anger
Well,
issues.
unfortunately, your arrow goes completely wide and over the edge. You're not going to be able to really fetch that arrow. But yeah, unfortunately, that is a miss. Him now back in his control of his body manages to duck behind Melfas, making it kind of impossible to make the shot in the last minute. The arrow sails away. That would make it Melfas.
Okay. See him now face to face. seeing his eyes and seeing the fear in them, Melfas actually seems emboldened by this. Seems satisfied. Like he's actually getting some enjoyment out of it now. It's much more fun when they can actually express their fear. At this point, he just kind of lunges at him, just stabbing wildly and gnashing his teeth. He's really furious.
Okay. Make an attack roll. No advantage.
No advantage this time, though. Dagger of Futures Past.
Nice.
17 plus 8, 25. Okay.
That's a hit.
He's How far is this? That's 6 feet. Never mind that. So that would just be a regular attack since Ralgar isn't within. He isn't within 5 feet, is he? No.
Unfortunately, no.
So 1d4. This is for the Dagger of Futures Past, rather. It's just 1. Oh, plus 3, so 4.
4. Okay. So you jab with the Dagger of Futures Past. He sort of rolls his shoulder to the side as you attack him, but it still manages to slice a bit just under the edge of his armor. And you see visions again. This time you see from a younger perspective, a little bit closer to the ground, and you realize that you're seeing what must be somewhat in his adolescence. You're still back in the world of sort of the gray sky. Rain dripping from the sky is red and strikes against his cheek. You realize that it is raining blood. And he pulls his sword out of the creature laying on the ground, which is some sort of demon you're not familiar with, and looks to the sky, and then vision cuts out. You have a second dagger.
The next one, pretty much the same.
Wait, so this guy killed a demon?
And that's 23, 15 plus 8.
Okay. That is a hit. You don't add dex to your second attack in terms of damage. That's the downside. The perk allows you to do that.
Okay.
So do the d4.
That's fine. There we go. So that's 3.
Okay, so you manage to catch him across the chin with this dagger, opening up a slice down the side of his jawbone. Bree!
Look at him in the eyes filled with fear, and I say, sleep.
Shit.
Oh my god.
Shit.
You better save, or else salt.
There is no
I'm gonna get my salt shaker. I'll be right back.
Oh, I forgot to see hand turning to the thing. Okay, turning to the thing.
We trust you. Don't worry. I trust you anyway.
Only 16 points.
Thank goodness that's not enough to put me to sleep. Because sleep affects the lowest hit point character, doesn't it? And then moves up.
No, it affects who I target, and then
right.
Not the center of the spell, then the next center, then the next center.
Right.
But I can also choose not to target friendlies.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Can you?
That's what I was told before.
I'll check that, but I don't think it matters. The figure, fearful, anger, shoulders drooping, collapses on the ground.
Okay. Are we technically out of combat now?
You are technically out of combat.
As he's slumping, Melfast goes to attack and then holds back right at the last second.
Well done.
That was,
I'm
that was
sorry,
intense.
but only a little.
It was a cunning plan. It was a cunning plan. I'm gonna look up sleep now for future reference, but okay, you're out of combat.
All right.
Perfect. Okay, so now what do? He's technically still alive, although he's probably bleeding enough to maybe warrant some medical attention. I could do that.
Can I just point out the spell? It actually affects creatures in order of their current hit points. So lowest hit point first, then next, then next. Yeah. So it's not where you target.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know in the future.
Yeah. I mean, for that spell, though, you could have targeted it behind him with him just on the periphery. So you would have been able to cast it even if it wasn't an issue. But it isn't.
What's the area?
20 foot, I believe, radius.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, it's quite a potent spell, that one.
Ooh.
20 feet of point you choose, so yeah, 20 feet
Especially
radius.
if you bump up the levels on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he's asleep.
Now
Malphas
that-
goes and chooses to hold back. You say?
That with as he holds back, and he still is kind of white knuckled even for him, which is especially bizarre because he's got red skin. Over his daggers, he's really holding himself back, and he just kind of spits between clenched teeth. This is the bastard that charmed me back at the temple.
Oh, I see. Understood.
Hang on.
Ask your questions quickly because I want his tongue as a trophy.
well, considering I wasn't there, what exactly did he do?
Hang on, let me see how long. He's not gonna stay asleep for too long. I don't know that there's any way we can get information out of him without risking him doing that again.
Well, he can't possibly charm all of us at the same time. And I can only assume that he can
Well, he
only
can't charm me
charm
at all.
that he can only charm someone that he can see.
rules. 5 vanilla rules. He is asleep until he takes damage or until someone wakes him up. So by vanilla rules, he is asleep forever.
Wow.
I'm going to say he's asleep
It
for a
says-
normal sleep.
It
Yeah.
says duration 1 minute.
Oh, where's that? Oh, duration. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I thought it would put him to sleep. But yeah, for a minute. Okay, so he's got,
It's a
he's got a
magic-
minute. So about 15
Effectively,
seconds.
yeah. Effectively, it's a sort of anesthetic. Keeps him under for 1 minute and then it wears
Yeah.
off.
Okay, yeah.
I think we should probably actually, you know what? I was going to mention it, but apparently one of my viewers is actually saying just the same thing. To search him, take his stuff.
Well, yes,
especially-
definitely. And bind him and gag him.
Given
but
given that Melfas has the sleep spell, so he would have knowledge of sleep, would just moving him, binding him, or anything like that wake him up automatically? Just touching
The
him,
sleep is
waking him
deep
up.
enough that it wouldn't.
Okay. Then, based on that knowledge, Melfas would say, "What on earth are you doing?"
I don't know. I found a two.
So apparently you find a quarter on this guy.
Okay. Right, well, Melfas moves around behind him, kind of props him up somewhat, and reaching around with his dagger just across his throat, holding action effective. If he wakes up, he's just going to try and slit his throat immediately before he can react.
Who's binding him?
Melfas is literally just holding him, ready to kill him.
Okay.
I don't,
And he said, "Someone bind him quickly." Fill
and I
his mouth
don't
with a
know
gag.
what role would that be
What?
to bind someone.
Well, do you want to bind them? Yes or no? I would
Want
then.
him bound. I just
Probably a survival roll.
okay. Then whoever's got the best survival, like we'd be able to say who's good with knots. Not really me.
True.
Honestly, at this point, considering how damaged he is,
Also,
I don't.
who's got rope?
You could just.
Okay, so by that time, you wouldn't have had time to bind him by the decisions of who wants to bind who's got rope.
Yeah.
Meltis is holding him with a knife to his throat. Who went to look for his belongings?
Wasn't that tulips?
Yeah, I was basically.
Tulip. So you find some really obvious stuff because you don't have time to go through everything, but you do find that he has a spear, which is sort of a mishmash of wood and metal with sort of a jagged, pointed areas, but also flowing curves between those points. You find not much else, actually. You find a small purse with 47 gold pieces.
Not much, actually.
Yeah, much. But unfortunately, you don't have time to really search the rest of him as the minute
Well-
wears off.
I'm also going to approach him and rapier to his presumably where his heart is.
Okay? Your rapier rests against the front of his scale mail armor.
Do I
No,
feel
no, no. That's the first thing you take off.
You don't have time to take the armor off. Armor takes time to get rid of.
Is it magic?
What, the armor?
Yeah.
You haven't had time to assess that. You've only had, 15 seconds of, right, what are we going to do? And then you're debating who's got rope. So
It takes it. Okay.
Does Malphas sense that he's waking up? Is he
If it's-
kind of like stirring, moving his muscles tightening?
like normally.
Okay.
If he's wearing obvious scale mail, then I'm putting the rapier at his neck rather than
Okay.
Is apple.
As he starts to rouse, Malphas presses the edge of the dagger against his throat. Doesn't cut it, but he's pressing it above his Adam's apple, such that if he tried to speak, he'd just drive his Adam's apple up into the knife, and he just murmurs into his ear.
And
A breath of sound leaves your lips, and I will enjoy roasting your eyes for my next meal.
God.
Well spoken, I say, and infernal. Sorry.
he probably speaks that.
Yeah, no, that's Malphas was saying that, assuming he could hear. Oh, sorry, did I not say infernal? I meant to say he says that in infernal.
Okay.
He's spitting
In
it
which
out in the
case,
vilest
well
language he
spoken.
can.
He slightly grits his teeth, but he does not move. And Bree, you will have maybe managed to get a couple of buckles undone during that time, but I did check. It takes a full minute at least to do scale mail, and that's if you're trying to take it off yourself. Doing it on someone else is obviously a little bit harder, and there was a few seconds of deciding there, so we wouldn't be able to do the full amount. But there are maybe a few buckles
And if
undone.
it was like, if we knew that it wasn't magic, then the reason I was just gonna cut it.
Mm.
So I mean, if it's obviously magic with, but I'm not gonna cast detect magic yet.
It doesn't look obviously magic, but it still could be. It's just not.
Yeah.
It's not magic.
It's fine.
He's quiet.
We need to be able to question him. So my suggestion to my friend would be that you not kill him if he speaks, kill him if he tries to do anything shady, because we need some answers.
Kill him if he doesn't speak.
But that too.
At this point, Malphas just kind of, without relaxing at all, his muscles are like springs right now, just straining. He wants to kill him, and that would be obvious to the person he's holding.
Yeah.
He would say, he would just kind of
I will say
out.
my friend here really wants to kill you. He has a score to settle with you. So I suggest you answer our questions, and maybe, just maybe, you'll get out of here alive.
At that, Malphas will kind of say through gritted teeth, and this is in common or in human. It didn't sound like magic when he charmed me. He simply spoke. I don't trust a single word, so unless you have an assurance, I will slit his throat the first sound he makes.
He can't charm me.
At that, Malphas flips his eyes up.
D&D 5th edition.
No, he can't charm me.
Oh, okay.
Right?
I know it's sleep. I didn't know about charm.
Oh no, you're right. I have advantage on charm and
You've got advantage on charm, but you don't have immunity.
That's
I-
okay.
I
I'll
look-
crack your horns too. It's fine.
the guy in the eyes, and I say, blink twice if you're willing to tell us who sent you here.
He blinks twice, very slowly and begrudgingly.
A name, nothing more.
At that, Malphas
blinks
very
once.
subtly relaxes the knife, just enough that he would be able to speak. But I'm basically holding my action. If he doesn't give a one-word answer, he will slit his throat. And he blinks once. That's fine. I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
Speak.
He looks behind him with his eyes trying to indicate that he's not particularly comfortable, obviously, with the knife there, and he blinks once pointedly again.
You said you would say the name.
He blinks twice.
Do it.
Very slowly, he says,
Sleep.
But did he use a fancy mixer to do it? No.
See, this is the thing. Malphas is really paranoid because there's a lot of one-word spells.
No. And I'm willing to walk that edge.
Yeah.
of-
No, that's fine. And Malphas has
yeah.
relaxed the knife to give him the opportunity, but
I'll tell you. But
A name.
Malphas's hand is trembling at this point because he said more than one word, but he is holding back.
yeah, which is why he's being very slow because he knows you said that. I know your friend. He's gonna kill me anyway. I need assurances.
He might not.
That's very assuring.
He might only
Reason
cut out
I
your
broke.
tongue, maim you a little, but leave you alive.
Make an intimidation roll.
Ooh.
Melfast, you can assist.
Okay. I've not got intimidation, so it's just going to be my basic
Yeah, I was
charisma,
gonna
which
say
is +3.
persuasion would probably be better.
I have intimidation.
It's intimidation. You're trying to intimidate him.
I have 4.
Persuasion would be something like, look, we can let you go, but you got to work with us here.
Was
You're-
going to try and persuade. Malphas would have been flat out lying, so I was
Okay,
going to
you can
say...
try something later, but you are currently
Yeah.
assisting her just by dint
That's
of what
fine.
you're doing.
Okay. I've got a... Oh, that looks like a 13, but it's 11 plus 3, so it's plus 14.
Am I doing persuasion or intimidation? 19. I toss it back into the pile and it bounces onto a 20. It didn't even roll. It went bunk, bunk. 20. I'm like, well, you know.
If
fine.
only.
You may kill me, but you won't find out anything. What am I to you? You can let me go if I tell you, but I don't believe you would.
Is the dagger that he's using the dagger that's held at his throat? Is that the dagger of futures past?
Yeah, that's the one he favors.
You think you can hide information in death? Please.
We will figure it out.
You're smarter than that. We will find out the information that we want. You can help us, and I will do my best to persuade my friend to let you live as intact as possible. See, now I'm trying to persuade.
I love that. As intact as possible. That is the best offer you're going to get.
Search around the group, and he sees
But your time is running very, very short, my friend.
his eyes search around the group, and he sees the paladin standing nearby, obviously recognizing him and having felt his magic before for what it is. I'll tell you, on one condition. You put me under his care so that he can let me go. I will tell you the word. I'll tell you who sent me. Because I believe that he would keep his word.
At this point,
Um,
Malphas says, your life isn't worth a name, but I might let you live if you give us more than that. There's much more that you're going to be able to tell us
Tulips.
than just who you sent.
Should be continuing to search him and take stuff off of him throughout this conversation, by the way.
Okay, in which case,
Carefully, not,
yeah, he says,
in the way. So, probably not the scale mail, but... Sorry, what?
he looks at Tulips and says, you might not want to do that.
Do what exactly?
Things tend to get jostled.
Enough of this nonsense.
Yeah,
You will
I think
tell
we should
us
just kill him.
everything we want
The
to
name.
know, and I might let you live if you tell us everything. I probably will. But if you keep bartering, if you keep haggling like your life is nothing but some scrap at a market, I will kill you here and now.
Okay. I'll tell you the name. I can't tell you what they used to be called, but I can tell you who they used to be and how I know your name.
Who's
Who's he talking to when he says,
Your doesn't...
He's talking to Malthus. The eyes are sort of like pushed round to the very edge of his skull, trying to search for Malthus.
Okay.
He says, at least just loosen the knife up a bit so you don't stab me when I tell you. You did say you were pushing pretty hard.
Yeah.
She's still got rapier to his neck area, so.
Could you also go the neck rapier too? I'm not as worried about you, but
I'm still
he's
rifling his
very
pocket.
held back with his words right now.
She's not drawing blood with the rapier. It's just really close.
I could skin you right now and keep you alive for hours. Don't worry. If I don't want to cut you, I won't. If I don't want to kill you, I won't. Right now, you need to convince me why I don't.
A female witch who persuaded me away from the service of my previous master to help her would like to capture the one who was traveling with you. And I believe you know her.
Is he
She
still
was
referring to Malphas every time he says you?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so he's talking to Malphas. All right, I'll bear that in mind. Just
I
let us
believe
know
you
if
share
it
the
changes.
master.
Malphas
You both
tenses a
together.
little bit, and at that point just says, enough with the riddles, just speak, and speak plainly.
Very well. He switches to Infernal and says, she says hello, by the way. I would like you to make a... You can make a dexterity check,
What?
Who?
Malthas and Bree.
Okay.
As he says that, he also follows the sentence with some words which are also infernal, but which don't make sense to you, and you realize that it's a very short verbal incantation.
Okay. So dexterity save, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Good luck, guys. Hopefully.
It wouldn't be a save, it would just be effectively a dex check.
Okay. 21. 16 plus 5.
That is at least an 18,
Okay.
but I have to determine whether or not I have advantage on that.
In which case, you can both make attacks as he wrenches free. Malthus, you make a strength check.
Okay. So that's just my strength. And because of my strength is 8, it's minus 1. 1.
He
It's not a
wrenches
natural.
free from your grasp, and you may make attack rolls as he says his incantation.
Okay.
I get one as well, or being next to him?
You were trying to search him, weren't you?
Yeah.
Or yeah, in which case you would be able to make a attack with your hands, but you wouldn't be able to do anything else. You can
Well,
try and grab, restrain it if you
slap
want.
it. I'm gonna slap
For
it.
this-
Sure, make it.
Well- Okay.
I'm gonna slap him right in the tooth. Right that one.
24.
That is a hit.
$10 points. I rolled a 7 plus 3, 10 points.
Okay.
Given Malphas's position, would he have an advantage on this? Considering he's literally
no.
been coiled for it. Okay.
Yeah.
He's
You do
been
have friends around
wanting to
Really
attack
do
him
have
for a long time.
So you would get advantage anyway because you have friends in combat. So
Okay. Is that the thing? Do I get advantage from people being in combat, or is it I just get a sneak attack from them?
well, you're kind of caught off guard, so I don't think you would have advantage on this. He's just wrenched away from you, kind of reeling from it anyway, and just trying to lash out as he reels, pushes away from you.
Okay.
So you get the attack, but I don't think you get advantage. You would still get your bonus dice if you hit.
Just 5
Unfortunately,
plus 8.
that
It's
goes
just 13.
wide.
Yeah.
Tulips, you got a
10, I think, to hit.
10. Unfortunately, your hand misses his armor. However, Bree is just quick enough that as he says his incantation, her sword penetrates through just below his collarbone as it's just off point as he manages to move, punching through the scale mail armor, running him through. He finishes his incantation and then twitches as you see the light dye in his eyes.
I'm wondering how he could wrench free, considering the knife was at his throat. Any way he can move, considering the Elfas is right behind him, is into the blade.
Basically, the information he gave to you would give you enough pause that he would have a fraction of a second to go. You still get your attacks, but he was like, he's going to die anyway.
Have you told us that information yet?
Yeah, you actually have the information. You see the light disappear from his eyes as you stab him. However, he does finish his incantation just as you see him die, and he disappears.
Okay.
He just disappears.
Hacks.
A cloud of smoke from the edges of him puffs. There's a flash of flame, and he is no longer there. However, Bree is pretty sure that the wound she gave him as he cast it was mortal.
Hacks.
Well, no, it's needed. This is how you get from rated R to rated PG-13. You know, the body.
This is how you rob us of half our loot.
Yeah.
I got.
You set him of all the small bits of loot.
As he puffs into a smoke, Malphas just lets out a guttural and stabs the ground with his dagger furiously.
And I'm kicking rocks in Elphas's anger. I'm kicking rocks.
By the way, you're kicking rocks currently holding a somewhat weird-looking staff. Well, sorry, spear.
Spear. Yeah.
All right. So I'm really intelligent. I should be able to remember what he just said 30 seconds ago, but I don't. What was it?
This reminds me of the thing. I'm not going to make the wish. My character's going to make the wish. I am human. I've got at most 14 intelligence. My character, however, he has 20 intelligence.
She said that he said that the person that he served was a female wizard who shared the same master as Malphas was trained under.
He said something about searching for somebody, looking for somebody that we used to travel with.
For someone that you were traveling with.
Oh, what? Hold the phone.
Didn't he say a woman that we were traveling with?
Possibly.
Yeah, he said no. She says hello. By the way, is what.
And then he said, "She says hello." By the way,
yeah.
To Malphas.
Yeah, but so. It wasn't Scarlet. So who else?
Your character can draw all of the conclusions that they want to draw.
It wasn't Wolfslayer. We were traveling with. Who's the female characters we were traveling with? You had Scarlet. You have Wolfslayer. And.
Right. So say it one more time. Person served was
the same person that Malphas trained under, female wizard. He was searching for someone that you were recently traveling with, or you had been traveling with, was the exact term. And that he had been convinced to leave the service of the person that he was previously serving to help the female wizard that he now serves. And they needed to bring someone back who you were traveling with.
Thank you.
I just watched Tally. She just woke up and it was like, I don't know what's happening. I want to scratch, but I don't know if I want to use my left foot or my right foot or my left foot or my right foot. She was just backing, turning in circles, reversing, and then changing her mind and reversing the other direction. Back and forth for like a second before she decided which foot to use. That was
Fun.
That's gorgeous. Well,
So what did we get for loot?
I've got 47 gold and a spear. I don't know what you guys got.
That was it. You got 47. You had a minute, and all you got was 47 gold and a spear.
Look.
Plus all the time that we were talking.
During the minute, you will have recovered some miscellaneous bits of paper and parchment that he was carrying, but he wasn't carrying much else.
Okay.
Any of it magic?
Tulips can read Infernal.
I can, but just to be clear, just
so can I.
I was tipped. I'm going to say that I was tipped, but the woman that we were escorting a criminal who killed her husband, quote unquote, killed her husband, and was escorting her That's the woman, I bet. She traveled
Possibly.
with us, and she says hello.
That's
So do
not
we-
who says hello.
Did we just do a good thing or a bad thing? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now.
A little bit loose.
Damn your eyes, you tricky whore! Malphas says in Infernal as he climbs up from the ground. Furious
So the
look in his
papers.
eyes, turns towards the direction the cart was in, and starts walking off without talking to the rest of the party.
Papers. Gather the papers. I take the papers. Give to me.
Tulips was the one looking through. Tulips has got the papers.
Give to me.
He walks over, grabs his short bow off the floor, kind of stomping a little bit as he walks,
Papers to me.
tail flicking, and then he just leaves.
Tulips has given me the papers.
Okay, you get a number of papers. On them are various things, like there are some sort of news reports, etc. Just sort of local, this is, you know, the local stuff that's been going on, kind of information that they pass around between towns. And a lot of them seem to regard the boomsticks that you've been finding and wherever they come from. Some of them seem like they're guard reports, whatever. A lot of them seem to be following your movements, indicating that they were following your movements as well. But some of them do predate when you started finding boomsticks. A number of them regarding a coven of mages and witches and wizards who were in some sort of cult and some sort of talk about a ritual. You can't really make out what it's talking about. It seems a bit arcane, but it was talking about a powerful wizard who lived in a house not too far from River Town itself.
Say that last bit again.
They do reference one of the wizards by name is the wizard who you met the wizard whose doppelganger you met just outside of Riverton. And they do reference that house as some sort of location for a ritual.
I actually never met them. I showed up after that.
Well, you will have maybe heard the story from the traveling companions then.
I imagine they would have talked about it. They've had plenty of time, like days on this trip alone. They'd have filled it with idle chit chat about what they were up to. At least as far as the part, like how do Tulips, Malphas, how do you know each other? Oh well, we met like this, sort of thing. I imagine.
Excellent. Back to examine the ashes from the dead thing with the pokey pokey. Gather up the whatever fur or remnants might be left from the hellhound, and then rejoin.
So there's no
caravan.
remnants left from the guy who disappeared. He literally, there was effects, but there wasn't anything left. The hellhound itself, you managed to gather up a bit of hellhound fur and mixtured ash. And you head off it following a very angry Malphas who doesn't seem to even be giving you that much attention right now.
Let him cool off.
And you catch up with the carts who have slowed down to only takes you about 20 minutes to catch up with them because they were going pretty slow. Oh, you're back. Did you find something?
We should be relatively safe now.
Yeah.
Is your friend okay? He just stormed on past.
Give him his space. He'll be all right.
Okay. Well, we're coming up to going out to the mountains, and I did say I'd pay you when we were going to go through the Elflands, but it looks like we're not being followed. Did you take care of the guy following us?
We did.
Well, if you want your pay now, I'm more than happy to give you the pay, and we can part ways when we get to the village down there.
Sounds wonderful.
Okay. Is there any particular way you'd like to take the payment?
Well, if you happen to have a pearl worth a substantial portion of it.
Well, I mean, I'm happy to extend the payment to Rhaegar and offer him a fair share as well. How much did we say?
I don't remember. What was it? I should have it written down somewhere.
He shakes his head, try and remember. says,
Like-
never mind. You've done an amazing job, and I understand that it was under some sort of trying circumstances. Four of you, let's say 100 gold each. Would that be enough? I didn't say any more than that, did I?
It was based on out of character. It was based on how many people were
Civilians
left alive,
and et cetera,
plus 50 gold each.
Yeah.
So
It wasn't going to be more than 100 each. He's happily offering you 100 each.
okay.
He's a generous guy. He's offering you extra, regardless.
50 gold per surviving civilian.
Well, the issue is out of
rich.
character. The only reason I want the pearl is to ID all of our items. So if we can split that cost, that would be great. Otherwise, I continue being poor.
Well, he just quickly pops over to his cart, looks below it, fiddles with a key, opens some sort of box, and pulls out 3 bags, and fiddles with another bag and pulls something out of it. Comes back over to you and says, "Will this be okay?" And he hands you 3 bags, each of 100 GP. It's actually in platinum coins there, so there's 10 in each bag. And he also then hands you a single pearl. This pearl is fairly large, and as far as you can see, flawless.
Beautiful. Perfect. Thank you.
Worth 100 GP.
Flawless.
So we each get 10 platinum plus the pearl.
No, there is 400 gold pieces worth there, including a 100 gold piece pearl. You can choose to split the 300 and then have the pearl as a group thing. That's for you to decide.
Okay.
Now the pearl also can.
A deal is a deal.
Regent. Like,
Yeah.
He shakes your hand and thanks you for it, and then gets back to helping civilians and so on.
I'll leave that up to you guys. I think I feel like I should go in.
I think that I just shouldn't give Rhaegar a back. He'll never know.
To be fair, Rhaegar did get back with you.
What's that?
Rhaegar got back at exactly the same time as he was
Yeah.
walking with you, and
I'm pretty dazed though. I could miss a lot of the conversation.
Oh, well done.
Aw.
Clever. You're making her feel guilty about being mean to you.
Um,
Tricksy dwarf.
so are we actually wrapping up for today?
yeah, I think this is basically a good wrap-up endpoint. You've got paid. The carts get to a village at the bottom of the hill, and you can part ways. And this is where we'll be ending today's session.
That's
So it's up to you to
fantastic.
decide if you want to group split the pearl and then group split the rest of the money.
We
But
can have that conversation in the
in
beginning
between
of the next
sessions,
session
yeah.
or between the session, yeah.
so you completely did something I did not expect, and that went really well for you because
Yay!
of placed ambush and hold person being completely OP. Very well played, and also
Not
me
OP,
having
you just rolled badly.
Yeah, to be
Oh,
fair.
badly, also bad
You
bad
were
wisdom.
you were UP, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, thank you very much. So thank you very much to everyone. We did hit 55% of today's goal, so that'll be some nice money
Very
going
nice
towards
indeed.
the charity. And one thing I did forget to mention that I want to mention now because I don't want to overload you with too much loot in the next session is as you are parting ways, Illyria takes out a flask. It's a hip flask, which you've seen him using several times before to pour out water to help people. And you suddenly realize, now you see it, you've never seen him fill it up. And he walks over towards you guys, particularly Bree, because he's the one he's mostly been talking to, and says, in addition, I mean, we probably won't need this anymore. Thank you for all your work. And, you know, if you're ever around near Illyria's goods, let me know, and I'll see if I can help. And if possible, if I could call on you if anytime you're in the neighborhood and I'm in need of some help. And he hands you a flask. On it is engraved Illyria with love.
How do you spell that?
Sorry, not Illyria, it's Iridia with love. Illrida.
Illida?
Iridia. Iridia. Sorry, the R comes first.
You
I'm not-
spelled it wrong. Yeah.
Yeah,
Say it
spell
again. Spell it again.
Irida. No L's, just double R. Sorry, Iridia. I'm getting tired. It's been a long day.
It's okay, mate. We
All right.
understand.
Close enough. Flask to Iridia with love, was it? Or Iridia with
It
love?
just says Iridia with love.
I'll identify that later.
And the flask has a turn-based screw top, which has arrows going one way and arrow going the other way. And one says whiskey, and the other one says water.
How fantastic.
And that is where we will end today's session. So thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for helping support a charity. We're going to read through the donations in a second. But before we do, where can people catch people until next week when we're back at the normal time of 7 p.m. GMT?
Thegeekfleet.com. Well, if I'm lucky. My internet has not been working. So next week, at the very least, you'll be able to catch me at thegeekfleet.com. It redirects to my Twitch channel. I'll be playing Guild Wars 2 and Elite and anything my internet allows me to play.
Okay, well, good luck with that.
Thanks. Gonna need it.
Avak.
You can find me at YouTube/Avak or Twitch.tv/Avak or Twitter, Avak_. And after this, I've got to head off and get the winners announcement for the Merrymaking Gift Giveaway 2015. Got 336 games to give away to the people who've put their names into that. Yeah. I do this like every year, and each year since I started it, the Dapplings have donated more and more games. Like, each year I've been able to put more games in myself, but no matter how much I put in, the Dapplings just put me to shame. Their generosity knows no bounds. It's fantastic. Wow. So there'll be a lot of happy people on my channel later on tonight.
Ryan.
Basically everything. YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. It's just the Solo Gamer. Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty simple.
Awesome. Briar.
I wish mine was that simple. So yeah, no, you can find me at youtube.com/BriarStoned with a D at the end of it. And then of course you can also find me here on Twitch at twitch.tv/ what is it? BriarStone. No D at the end of it, just BriarStone. And then of course Twitter and then Facebook, you can also find me there and variations of BriarStone or BriarStoned. And yeah.
Just to make it complicated, because I like complication. So many complications.
I mean, on my overload, it does say your Twitter username below your name, so hopefully people can follow you from there.
Yes.
And of course, I am available at twitch.tv/EnterElysium, youtube.com/EnterElysium, and twitter.com/EnterElysium. Nice and simple there. You can also see stream reposts at Extra Elysium, but that's another YouTube channel. And of course, I'm playing a lot of Aurora recently, and I'll be probably streaming that because I'm addicted.
It gets, unfortunately, I confirmed with someone else who's playing it at the moment. The bug that stopped me playing it several years ago, still there. Very unfortunate. The 5 second, the 5 second, what is it? Turn period enforced, and it can go on for months of game time. I wish they'd have fixed that bug by now. So bad.
I think it's something like it's the AI have a battle.
Having a fight.
Yeah, have a battle. It's like we need to play the AI in 5-second steps.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the AI, like late game, they can have ships that can engage from millions of kilometers away. So they'll engage, and every 5 seconds, for millions of kilometers that a missile has to travel across, is being taken down. They might be like 5 or 6 or 20.
And of course, they're missing quite a lot.
Yeah, it's so bad. It's so
anyway,
game ruining.
Right, so let's just read out a few donations. So, who would like to do donations today?
You.
I thought that was going to be the answer.
It's been a while.
This is true.
And I think I did it last time. You weren't, because you had to rush off last time, too.
Yeah.
It's totally your turn.
Oh, God. Who was last time? Because
I wasn't here last time. You know what? I could do it if you want me to.
Yeah.
He's
go
got
for
to
it.
figure out where it's got to start from, though.
Because I was
If I want to see,
Ah,
I can.
but Briarstone,
Mm.
you must do it as a bard.
How do I-
You must make all of their donations sing-songy, so you've got to like sing
Sing-songy?
the
Who
comments.
do I start with?
I'm just trying to find out. We are currently on 2326, and we're now on we started on 2173. So that's a difference of about 153.
Oh, I'm looking forward to the EXP from this session.
I know, right?
And from last session.
That guy I wasn't expecting you to fight. But yeah, well done. Right, well done.
You just killed him.
Murder, death, kill.
If only you hadn't told Melfast to stop. And if only Melfast didn't actually hold you in high enough regard that he did. Damn
I didn't
it.
expect you to.
Mighty
I
Rick
expected you to
won.
kill him.
$20. Since I donated every stream,
Okay, I got you.
that's the one start, and then up from there.
Sing-songy voice.
A sing-songy voice, or should I continue talking in like Infernal or anything? I don't know.
Well, that would be like,
And this person donated this much money.
Donate every stream, and there won't be a stream next time. Consider this advance payment. Merry Christmas for next week. Oh, that was actually last week. But anyway, well done.
And I'll get you next time, Gadget. Next time.
That's where I was going. That's what I was thinking. Was that Gadget reference?
We'll read up from there anyway. Why not? We can read some donations twice.
go, go, go.
So, since I have donated every stream and there won't be a stream next time, consider this advanced payment. Merry Christmas for next week. And then we have Anonymous. That was by Mighty Rick
Who
1.
was actually the first today, apparently, according to Mace. Thank you very much, Mace.
Thank you.
And then we have Anonymous for $5. And there's no message. But Anonymous, thank you very much.
Obviously, he or she would prefer to remain in the shadows, unknowing, controlling things.
They are the heroic type of hero.
Hell,
They don't actually want any recognition. The good deed is payment enough for them. They don't want to be known. They feel that would sully the gesture. Well done.
It's not the hero. Anonymous is not the hero that we deserve, but the hero we need.
Indeed.
Yeah.
A dark knight/dame.
I like it. It's good. And then we have Mighty Rick 1 again for $20. Seems this works again. Happy New Year. May it be full of eggs and charitable acts.
Eggs and charitable acts. That's asking for a lot.
I know. It's a double whammy.
I
there.
just start with the eggs then. Unless the charitable acts are eggs.
Eggs. Wait. It makes me miss Squishy. Oh, Squishy. I'm gonna give eggs to Squishy now. All right. Lit Geek 306. Yay, donations.
Thank you very much, Lit Geek.
$5. Awesome. Matty Hayes, $10 coming in, saying have some good healthy monies.
Healthy
Yeah,
monies.
very
Wow. We've got healthy ones. I imagine they're free-ranged. Free-ranged
Free-range
monies. Yes.
Yeah. Not
Raised on
overcrowded
a
monies.
farm with good light and ink presses that can roam free.
Free range monies. Monies don't grow on trees though. Or so they say. I don't know.
Yes, they
You can
do.
get a money tree, can't you?
Yeah.
Can you?
If
You
it
can
doesn't
get money
actually
spiders.
grow money, it grows.
It doesn't actually grow money. It's called a money tree, though.
You
Yeah.
can get money spiders too. I choose to believe they spin money.
Well, how do you think they make them? Like, they just interweave all the different filaments, and that's why money's so hard wearing. It's basically silk.
Yeah, yeah. True fact.
It's very hard to get the ingrained hologram. You've got to get special spiders for that.
Yeah. Well trained. Takes years. And they only live for years. So
They
basically,
have to
you
go
only
to,
have
like,
about
Spider Academy.
3 days worth of work out of those spiders before they kick the bucket. That's why it costs so much.
It sounds mean somehow.
Oh, they enjoy it. They like the praise. Very
Oh,
vain.
okay.
They never pay off their student loans.
No.
They live on that.
Senator Jensen for $20. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Here's for infinite 20s for all doctors out there.
So it's you I've got to blame for them rolling really well and me rolling terribly.
Infinite 20s? Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I liked it. Thank you.
I liked it too.
Lucas Horton, $10. I can't believe I forgot tonight is Roll4It night. Welcome back, everyone.
Oh, thank you. It's good to be back.
Back, Lucas.
Where else am I at?
Rogue Wraith.
There it is. Yes, Rogue Wraith 909 for $10. No message, but thank you.
I assuming that means you're like, well, you're probably like chaotic evil, Rogue Wraith. You're definitely not a lawful Wraith.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get lawful?
You can be lawful rogue, can't you? No.
Can you be a lawful Rogue Wraith though?
You can be a lawful rogue because you can become an assassin. You can definitely be a lawful assassin. I kill the right people for the right reasons.
But rogues are generally like very out for themselves, you know. Loot.
Yeah, but they could be a rogue that's maybe turned towards, you know, being a good person, wants to kill people to make the world a better place, and they're like specifically being like, right, this person, whatever. They maybe could be awful because then they wouldn't kill people. Maybe they could be like a charlatan or something.
They would, because basically the law is whatever the nobles say it is. If the noble says this person needs to die, the assassin's like, I'll take care of it. They may be in an impenetrable fortress, but my blades will find a shadow from which to spring.
So there's hope for me after all. Yay. Dumbutilizador for $10. Congrats, Rhaegar.
You need to sing that in a foreign accent. That needs to be some sort of really.
Dumblitzador, da 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 da.
So you've had actual experience with that name, I take it. Dumbutilizador? Is that right?
I don't know if it's right. That's how I say it.
Oh, okay. Well, it sounds good. I like it. Like, flows better when you say it. When I was saying it, it's just like jagged and all weird. Congrats, Rhaegar, for rolling his first crit fail. And don't attack his neck.
That is a good introduction. Yeah, that's first full-time session.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I did roll some pretty good ones the last time, so.
That's true. You smashed Hellhounds.
Yeah, I'll take this one with. Yeah.
It was good. Liked it. UKZ James. Happy New Year to you all. I know it's a bit late now. Great to be back in another great and mostly trouble-free Roll4It session for $15.
I mean, aside from Anna obviously not being able to stream, nothing massively failed.
No.
Wait for it. No? Okay. Sorry, Anna.
Let me just pull that dagger out. Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
What visions did I get?
You got visions of her crying as she can't stream.
Oh, that's sadness.
I'm fairly certain I actually saw Vision's boardroom on that earlier when I was in her stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. My friend was walking past and said, "Who are you watching?" I said, "Oh, Geek Girly." She said, "She sounds really dejected." I was like, "Yeah, she is."
You need to hug some cats.
You don't understand.
Geek Girly streams are awesome.
I stream when I have migraines. I stream when I am sick. I stream when I feel like death. Nothing stops me from streaming except my internet. Like, that's just...
And presumably
to have that, like,
being like death rather than feeling like it. I imagine that would stop the streaming.
Like a comment card to Comcast. Just a suggestion for a new motto for them, Comcast. Nothing stops me streaming except my internet.
So imagine somebody taking both something you've been looking forward to for weeks away at the same time as getting fired from your job. Because that's kind of what it feels like.
Yeah. What have you done?
That was my day.
Melfast knows when to go for the crits.
Week. So
he uses his opponents well.
I was a little dejected this morning. Still am. Because I know I won't be able to stream tomorrow until that service guy comes, which may or may not even happen.
Seems like you need to.
Everybody go on Twitter right now and send Geek Girly hugs. You can see her username on screen. It might help like that much, but at least they'll add up.
Send her Comcast.
Send me bunny pictures.
Or
send her bunny pictures. There we go. Bunny pictures. Do it. Find bunny
pictures.
Go on Twitter.
Live bunny pictures.
And type hashtag Roll4It. Hashtag BlameEE. That will make her laugh.
Bunny pictures like hashtag Roll4It. Okay. Right. Who's next? Anonymous.
What happened if you Google piles of bunnies? Anyway, all right. So, Anonymous, $33. Can't top the Inuva. That was a very big donation, the Inuva. But thank you. For
The thing is, I've currently got like the top donation is like very small on screen, and I was hoping it'd be top donation each day, but I can't figure out how to quite code that in.
I see.
But yes, thank you very much, Anonymous. And don't worry, we don't mind if people can't donate $1,000. Like, there are not many people who can donate $1,000, and any little you could spare, great. If you can't spare anything, that's fine. I think we've all been in that position before.
Yeah.
We fully understand. Supporting the show is great.
Absolutely.
Trust us. We're not like, you don't have money, we don't care about you. We're not that kind of people, I think.
No.
We probably wouldn't ask those kind of people to be on the show, to be fair.
Yeah.
Right, who's next?
Next is Jed, $10. Thanks for the show, everyone. Watching EE's reaction to his wisdom saving throws and general paralysis was fantastic. Good job.
Especially when I gave him that moment of terror when I suggested that he'd have a disadvantage on the saving throw that got him out of it.
Look.
That was so good.
Well, it was just like, oh
so
yeah,
good.
the guy was probably looking down. Oh, he's paralyzed, not being able to see you. Oh crap.
So good.
That was
He
fantastic.
can't even do anything. He can't even see who's stabbing him.
It's just rude.
Thank you very much, Jed.
The last one of the day is, say it again. How you the
Dumblitzador.
Dumbledore for $5. First a giant, now a demon. Come on, guys. Very much appreciated.
Thank you. And yes, unfortunately, anything demon, giant, anything that sounds scary, I make cuddly and fluffy with my rolls. Although no one seemed to complain about the bullying of the demon. Oh, bullying giants is terrible. Bullying demons?
I withheld for a while. All right.
To be fair, he did.
That's
Malphite
true.
felt bad about the giant as well. But
I forgot about the giant. Thanks for bringing it up, guys.
there really wasn't.
I felt bad about the giant, but screw this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now that I know, I would not have held back. But yeah.
Malphite was trying to actually screw his dagger into him. It was awesome.
Yeah, the amount of damage you were doing with simple daggers.
If I'd gone an assassin archetype, oh my god. If I could
Yeah,
do this
that's
as a
true.
rogue, I can't even imagine the buckets of dice that an assassin must have.
It still bothers me though that like you can't just cut his that there's no mechanic now to just cut his throat, to just kill him.
Yeah, but the same would apply to player characters. Like the player characters, if you fall unconscious and it's in the bad guy's interest to kill you, they would just be like, "Oh, slit your throat." Well, it's like make a new player character. D&D is a setting where that just wouldn't be really fair to someone, so it applies to the bad guys as well. If you're playing Shadowrun, that happens.
I would
People-
totally be okay with someone just slitting my character's throat if he was stupid enough to fall asleep.
Yeah, because Shadowrun is about don't be stupid enough to fall asleep.
No, I mean I'd be fine with it in D&D, but
Ever.
But to be fair,
It wouldn't make for a good story, though. Even if you were okay with it, it wouldn't make for a good story.
to be fair,
Unless
the
it was on a
Shadowrun,
great
no matter what you
but,
do, you have a chance of dying if you don't get the initiative. Like a really high chance of dying if you don't get.
No, you don't get the initiative. You kill them in turn one. You surprise them, or you screwed up.
Yep.
But you don't have a fight. That's when you screwed up. Never have a fight.
Yes.
But anyway, thank you very much for coming today. I'm glad you all enjoyed it. We'll be back next week as per usual time. Go check them out. Until then, and of course you can check us on Twitter. Until then, and also you can follow the Role4It Twitter, which is just at Role4It. But yeah, until next time, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for the bunny pics.
Oh,
No, you're getting pretty pics.
take care, everyone.
Bye.
See you later.